This little piece is actually part of our project to invite you to think about sustainability in many different ways.
Sustainability has to do with taking care of both human, natural, and cultural resources.
Sustainability to me means recycling daily, planting your own garden, turning off water when you're brushing your teeth, and always making sure to turn lights off when you're not in the room.
It's a primary responsibility of higher education leaders in this country to demonstrate good stewardship of the environment and to practice good sustainable practices. As a result, here at Olympic College, we do not use pesticides. Our new buildings are built to the highest energy efficient standards. We have an activity called Earth Day. Faculty leaders put on programs for students promoting the importance of sustainability. We support curriculum around sustainability.
In buildings, grounds, what we're doing currently, continuing to manually pull weeds. Since I've been here, we have not used pesticide. And one thing that you may see here in the future, I'm trying to get it set up where I want to try in the green space to actually aerate the yard to make it a healthier landscape. What we're going to do at the new facility, the new CIC building, is we're going to do the old hand dryers. You've seen them in some of the other places where you put them in and they just blow dry. Again, reduce the amount of paper.
I have a big stack of paper behind me. This is all my scratch paper, so instead of using brand new paper, I use things that I reviewed previously, and I use the back of it for printing and for editing and things like that. So it's just, I mean, I'll go an entire year with only using one ream of paper for my personal printer.
But to me, it means thinking long-term and not thinking about the immediate gratification you might get from that new gadget or new toy or new latte every single day, but think about the long-term impacts of purchasing those things every single day, and where the stuff you buy might end up in a decade. It'll be sitting in a landfill somewhere. So I try to incorporate sustainability into my daily life by really thinking through purchases I make, thinking through trips I take in my car, and trying to enjoy experiences more than things.
We teach composting, we teach recycling, we teach energy conservation. We also teach sustainable practices and how you work your way into a kitchen and work your way out of a kitchen. We also have a lot of connections with local farmers, local producers to keep all of our products local. We find that the closer that we can buy products, that it helps cut down on that footprint, and that's also part of our practices.
In order for a business to be sustainable, they need to be profitable. Obviously, a business can't stay in business unless it can generate a profit. But businesses also need to take care of people, so they need to take care of their employees and their customers and their community members to make sure that they're not harming any of those people in the process of either producing products or operating. Businesses also need to focus on the planet, so making sure that they are dealing with the Earth's resources in a way that doesn't create waste, that doesn't harm the planet with toxic chemicals. And we infuse those concepts into all of our classes here in business.
Educating and trying our very best to build in-store inventory is the purpose of a rental program. You reduce freight, reduce production costs. You are recycling those books and lowering the cost of books each quarter for our students. And it's worked out really well. We have increased our rental program by 77%. The average cost of a rental book for OC students is $32. And to purchase a book is $62 with the option of an up to 50% buyback, which is quarterly. We actually have 5 buybacks a year.
As an artist, to be able to take what I do and turn it into something that's a vital, important message. How do we mentally, emotionally, and physically sustain ourselves as individuals and as a whole? And so being able to create projects like the Whale Project, We built in 2012, we built a life-size baby gray whale out of reclaimed, recycled, collected plastic bags. It was a collaboration with environmental science. So along with this very pretty whale made out of trash, we also had the information that informs people about why bags washing up on your beach is bad and how much we collect in our own neighborhood. So the whale was an opportunity to express sustainability in terms of something attractive, something fun to look at, and something that really brought you into the subject to know more.
Sustainability isn't just recycling, although that's certainly a part of it, but it's also, I think, how you interact with people, what you choose to have in your life that makes it sustainable, that makes it doable, that makes it have joy and value. And for me, that can be bicycling whenever I am able to, visiting friends by bicycle, knowing my community, and reaching out to my work community as well.
You start to realize that if you don't have sustainability in your life, what winds up happening is chaos. And trying to keep a family together of 6 girls and a wife and trying to go to school and working and doing all those things, you always will miss certain things in it. And I think there's so many elements that come to building sustainability in just your life overall that it takes a lot of knowledge to understand what you need.
I think it's important that we take care of our human history as well as our natural history, and considering that we as humans are part of that natural and cultural history.
It's just our effort to do the right thing for the environment.
We take advantage of saving money because we've been able to be more efficient energy usage.
As far as like contributing to society in a way that like, even just like on a daily basis, I feel like it really helps me grow. And I feel like teaching other people, like cleaning up after people or saying like, hey, throw that in the recycler or something like that, is really helpful.
Basically, it's just leaving a light footprint while still having a really good time. So, you know, it's kind of like living a champagne life on a sparkling cider budget.
On a personal note, I've always been actively involved in supporting good environmental practices and sustainability. And recently, now having 4 grandchildren, I'm very interested in what the world's going to be like and the environment's going to be like in 50 or 60 years when they're still alive. It's very important that we practice good things today so that the children of the future have an environment that's as good or better than the one we currently have.
I think a lot about sustainability because for me, how I wish to live is in a way that doesn't use much, but is still satisfying. And it's not that tough a balance, actually. Most of us, in fact, many of us, I think, have too much stuff. And once we start looking around, we realize that it's not the stuff that counts, it's how we live. Whatever concept of sustainability you have, and also to share it with others, to bring what you deem the most valuable to the conversation. Thanks for watching.